Experiment 1. Measurements, density, and significant figures. Measurement of the textbook. Here I use the Human Anatomy and Physiology, and it has a length of 11 inches, its height is 1.4 inches, and its width is 8.5 inches. Now, for the measurement of my study table, it has length of 36 inches, width of 18.5 inches, while its height is 30 inches. Now, the measurement of our dining table. It has length of 47.7 inches, width of 24 inches, and height of 30.5 inches. So, we will now discuss the computation that is indicated in the task. So first, this is the summary of what we've got in a while ago. So these are the length, width, and height of the three items, which are the textbook, study table, and dining table. So as we go further, we will compute for the average, length, width, and height, and also its sum and also the density. So first is the average. To compute the average, here's the formula. Total sum of all numbers divided by number of items in the set. But before that, it is indicated in the task that we should report the correct number of significant figures. So significant figures has rules to follow in subtraction, addition, division, and multiplication. So now let's compute for the average length. So as you can see, it is indicated in the table the length of the three items. So upon the formula, we have to add all the numbers. So we have 11 inches plus 36 inches plus 47.7 inches. Then we are going to divide it by the number of items in the set. So we have three items, therefore we will divide it by 3. So the sum will be 94.7 divided by 3. So following the significant figure rule of addition, we should follow the rule, which is the final answer should be equal to the smallest number of decimal places. We will round off the 94.7 into 95. So 95 divided by 3 is equals to 31.66666667 inches. Again, following the rule, but this time in division, which the number of significant figures in the same as the term with the least number of significant figures. So the least number of significant figures is the denominator, which is the 3. So therefore, we will only have one significant figure. Now for the average width, we have to do the same process or formula, and then we will get an answer of 17 inches. So as we report for the significant figure, we only have one, since we have to follow the significant figure rule of division. And lastly, for the average height, same process again, and then the average height that we have computed is 20.66666667 inches. So as report for the significant figure, we only have one, since we follow again the division rule of significant figure. These are the summary of the average length, width, and height. So as included in the task, we should get the sum of length, width, and height averages and report the correct number of significant figures. Therefore, thus the formula for that is average length plus average width plus average height. Substitute 31.566666667 plus 17 plus 20.6333333333 is equals to 69.2 inches. Additionally, it is also said in the task that we should divide it by the number of people living in our household. So here is my father. We are only 2 living in our household, so we will divide it by 2. So 69.2 divided by 2 is equals to 34.6. So now let's compute the density. The formula for density is mass over volume, while the formula for volume is length times width times height. Let's compute for the density of the textbook. So here's the solution. The given are mass, which is 300.0 grams, while for the volume, we have to compute it. The given are only the length, which is 11 inches, width 8.5 inches, height 1.4 inches. So as we see, this value is written in inches, so we have to convert it into centimeters, since the final unit of the density is grams per centimeter cube. So 1 inches is equal to 2.54 centimeters. So we have to multiply the values written in inches into 2.54, so we could convert inches to centimeter. After converting, these are the values that we get. So to compute for volume, we have to substitute. So we have the length of 27.94 centimeters multiplied by width, which is 21.59 centimeters, and multiplied by height, which is 3.556 centimeters. So after multiplying these values, we are able to get the volume, which is 2,145.066668 cubic centimeter. Now that we already have volume, we can now compute the density. So again, the formula for density is mass over volume. So we have mass, which is 300.0 grams, over the volume, which is 2,145.066678 centimeter cube. So after dividing, we will get an answer, which is 0.139855792 grams per centimeter cube. So now to calculate the density of my study table, here are the given mass 15,034.5 grams, while the computed volume is 331,280.6278 cubic centimeter. And then for the density, we have 0.0453829734 grams per cubic centimeters. In total, we have 6 significant figures as we follow the rule for the significant figure rules of division. And lastly, for the density of our dining table, we have the given mass 45,000.01 grams, and the volume is 572177.2814 cubic centimeter. So the density that we have calculated is 0.0764699709 grams per cubic centimeter. So in total, we have 7 significant figures as we also follow the rules for the significant figures of division. Now let's talk about the importance of this topic in my future career as a medical technologist. So through measurement, it can help me to determine and keep an accurate and precise record of lab results, as well as the proper measure of substance and reagent that is needed when performing laboratory tests. Next is the density. Through this, we can check the sample's purity and concentration and give insight into its composition. It is important to know this because as medtech, we work with many chemicals and specimens. Lastly is the significant figures. It helps a lot to know the most accurate and precise result or measurement of the test.